your average guardian.
Welcome everyone. I know it's been quite the extended break since our last video, but I'm happy to say we're back in action and ready to bring you some more weapon reviews. I'm also very excited to say that our streams will be resuming shortly, and I can't wait to let you see me with many shots live over on Twitch. To bring us back into the swing of things, we'll be starting with a weapon that I'm personally very excited to talk about, since it brings things to the table that a lot of other weapons can't. But can these unique aspects bring this weapon into the limelight? Let's talk about how this weapon will perform in the hands of your average guardian. The BxR-55 Battler is a weapon that actually came with the 30th anniversary update, and while I know I'm behind the times a bit and the Witch Queen weapons are the new hotness, I don't think this weapon has fallen behind enough to not be talked about. Don't worry though, we'll be talking about the new weapon soon. You can acquire this pulse from Dares of Eternity and Xur's Treasure Hoard for the small cost of some time and strange coins. The reason I'm so excited about this weapon, despite it being a 450 round per minute pulse, which is arguably the worst archetype, is due to its wide range of build options. Unfortunately, it does lose a little bit of utility from a standard 450 thanks to its custom frame bonus, which provides a huge increase to hipfire reliability, but that too can be built into if you really enjoy that playstyle. You can build this weapon to do almost anything you want it to do, from lethality to convenience and utility too. And the best part is that the stats are so strong that you can feel free to focus hard into whatever role you want and not have to worry about giving up much in return. I'll go over a couple of my favorite roles in a moment, but there's a few things you generally wouldn't want on a weapon like this, so let's knock those out real quick. Full bore may give a massive range bonus, but on this weapon the extra range isn't felt as much, and it simply isn't worth the stat losses in both stability and handling. Alloy magazine is pretty weak in the mag slot simply due to the very healthy mag size and reload stat, and autoloading holster, as much as I highly value not spending time reloading, falls short in my eyes for the same reasons as alloy mag. And that's all of them. Everything else on this weapon is fair game, so feel free to mix and match as much as you'd like. Keep a close eye out for blunt execution rounds, which is a perk that's custom made for this weapon. It gives a massive bonus to your next shot's damage after a melee, and while it can struggle to get that melee in with shotguns still being so powerful, it works even while stowed to give you more ways to proc it. Aside from that, here's a few of my personal favorites. Demolitionist and Kill Clip provides both utility and lethality on a kill, which helps a whole lot more with Void 3.0 now being in the mix. Killing Wind and Elemental Capacitor on a Stasis subclass makes you strafing machine, and Snapshot and Eye of the Storm or blunt rounds gives you that OG Halo feel. Ultimately, however, while this weapon is incredibly fun to build into, it really struggles outside of 6s, where you really need your weapon to be able to outduel the other strong picks. You'll find yourself losing most 1v1s in Trials thanks to the emphasis on cover shooting and fewer friendly targets to use as a distraction, and Gambit needs just a hair more slaying potential to make this worth using for the standard waves of enemies, and heavy ammo is just too hilariously plentiful to not use in invasions. It has a little extra utility in PvE thanks to Unstoppable Pulse being on the artifact, and it certainly isn't amongst the worst weapons you can use, but it wouldn't be amongst my first choices when choosing a pulse to take into GMs. For standard PvE gameplay though, it remains fairly viable, consistent option that can offer some fun build utility. And although it may sound like I'm dogging on the weapon a little bit, it still has a special place in my heart for just how dang fun it is, and for being such a unique way to bring the Halo BR into the Destinyverse without simply being a copy-paste. Hopefully you can see at least a little of the value of it in the background footage, but if you can't, I'll let Gig bring you some fun over the next few scenes. Here we go!
one. Moments of clarity are weapons for us. Zone B, Captain. Zone advantage is yours. 5 minutes left. Keep it up. Who said warlocks are better with bullets than with guns? Zone C lost. It's a power play. Get those zones back. Double down. Amazing! What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing! Double down. Call the Praxis Order, call the Thanatonaut, the Ginseng Scribe, call everyone so they can witness you. Team that fights together, stay. Double down. This is wonderful. That's why we have fire teams. Weapons, Warlock.
I'd like to thank you all for your time and patience, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Feel free to join us live at twitch.tv/YourAverageGuardian, and if you have any favorites that you'd like us to cover, feel free to sound off in the comments below. Don't forget to stay awesome, y'all. Have a good one.